Hello everyone, welcome back. In a previous video, we looked at special characters we use on a keyboard. Today, I wanted to look at 6 punctuation marks, how to read them aloud, and when they are used. Let's start with one of the most common, quotation marks. These marks are used to show where speech begins and ends. To read aloud a dialogue, we can read the symbol as quotes, unquote. For example, she said, quote, I'm leaving, unquote. Quote can be used as a verb. I quoted Winston Churchill in my essay. However, it is also a noun. If you're going through hell, keep going is a famous Winston Churchill quote. Interestingly, we also have a gesture to demonstrate something is a quote. Air quotes are often used when we think that what a person has said is silly or a lie. For example, John can't come into work today because he is sick. Next, we have the exclamation mark to add emphasis or show strong emotion, and the question mark to show that something is a question. These are both countable nouns and should be highlighted when reading a quote, a message, or a passage from a book. For example, we might say, he messaged me saying yes with about 5 exclamation marks. Or, he sent me a DM saying, hello, question mark, exclamation mark. Moving on, we have these symbols. Technically, the round marks are parentheses and the square marks are brackets. However, square brackets are rare and only used in specialized circumstances, so we normally just refer to them as brackets or round brackets. This punctuation mark is used to add additional but non-essential information to a sentence. For example, we arrived at the hotel, which didn't look like the images online, and checked in. When reading a passage containing brackets, you can say open bracket to show where it begins and close bracket to show where it ends. We also change our tone slightly. Listen again. We arrived at the hotel, which didn't look like the images online, and checked in. Next, we've got the comma, which usually separates multiple ideas in one sentence, and the full stop, which we use to end a sentence. In the US, a full stop is referred to as a period. You may have heard this term online in informal conversation by Americans who want to show they have ended a declaration or to emphasize there is nothing more to be said on the matter. For example, cheating is wrong, period. Using full stop in this way is not as common in the UK. The symbol connecting 2 words such as makeup or self-confidence is a hyphen. It is also used in a phrasal adjective, which is made up of 2 or more words that must be understood as a unit. For example, an open book exam or a 2-week holiday. A hyphen is also used in compound numbers such as 23 or 38, in double-barreled surnames such as Catherine Zeta-Jones, and often in the English version of Korean names. For example, Heung-min Son plays for Tottenham. Finally, we have the colon, which looks like this, and the semicolon, which looks like... A colon is often used with lists. They can also be used to signal further clarification, especially in the title of a book or essay to connect a title and a subtitle. For example, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, or Healthy Living James, Quick and Easy Recipes. We only use a colon after an independent clause, so it is not used after, for example, which should be followed by a comma. A semicolon has 2 general uses. It can join 2 independent clauses which are closely connected in a sentence, replacing a coordinating conjunction or full stop. For example, I like working out. Stacey likes reading. I like working out, but Stacey likes reading. I like working out, Stacey likes reading. To compare, the semicolon suggests both clauses occur simultaneously, while the other 2 options sound more like a contradiction. Semicolons can also be used in a list when the commas have already made the list confusing. For example, To the wine, add oranges for a fruity taste, star anise for a sweet licorice taste, and cinnamon for spice. Do you put a hyphen in your name? Let us know in the comments below, as we love hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.